Within you, open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth as I sing my song. Open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth as you hear my words. Oh, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting, I'll be home. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting, I'll be. We still live in yesterday. Many today that waste away, but nevertheless it's never late. Oh, see the times have changed. I thought you knew that these words would never ever wait for you. The water's gone past times of fighting, so drop your guns and your swords and let us live all as one. We all need love and understanding, so drop your guns and your swords and let us live all as one. Oh, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting. Oh, I'll be. Across the ocean, it's more than just a goddess. We all need one another. Oh, oh. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting for you, for you, you and you. Oh, 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 oh. I'll be waiting for you, every people, wherever you be.
Africa's very own think tank. This is Channel Africa Online. www.channelafrica.co.za. Channel Africa, where every moment is an African celebration. Feel the energy. Feel the connection. Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Kilo for no sense. You say you like me, show you the why me. See picture waiting for my DP. My boyfriend who go like this thing. Don't know somebody. Sumati you cash it free. The better para body. No no need the agiri. Daya, olaya, because of desire. See me see wahala. It asking my love. I give you money, why you took the call me? You say you want me, but what really funny? You get your money, and my baby self will get your money. No, no, sandali, sumoti ukashi fili, lebera para body, na gono ni diagiri, daya, olaya, because of desire, sirisi, wahala, asking, my love, baro, me a baby, oh.
Bade. Enjoy man pinu no mule shalaye. Oh, I improper. Please, brother, no talker. Don't bother. No, it's not that I want chop. I'm just feeling peckish. Just a little fetish. I know disrespect, please. I go use my senses. I swear. We go run away on the low. Me say if I know. No be waiting pressing the top for megaphone. That's right. No be fight. I just want to borrow your part. One time. Just a night. If you can't open that shop, yeah. I know come be kappa. I know other jassa. I don't like to tamper. I don't need to. Oh, lift up. You know see the chemistry. She's my first love. More than me and terribly.
Je, una jambo lolote akilini mwako? Je, una shauku kuhusu masuala muhimu? Na je, una maoni ambayo unataka yasikike? Kweli, hili jukwaa ni la kwako. Piga simu au tuandikie kwenda WhatsApp namba alama ya kujumulisha 2760552594 na tutakupigia simu.
Mtangazaji wa habari zetu za Afrika Kusini mjini Johannesburg.
Hivyo unaweza kuwa mshirika kwenye matangazo yetu. Sio mazungumzo tu, ni fursa yako ya kuchangia maoni yako na kushirikiana na jumuiya ya wasikilizaji wanaotamani mtazamo wako. Tufuate kwenye mitandao ya kijamii. Tembelea tovuti yetu www.channelafrica.co.za na uwe tayari kushiriki na kuchangia maoni yako kwenye Channel Africa. Channel Africa, mtazamo wa Kiafrika.
Africa in Business on Channel Africa.
The United States was very vocal at the beginning of South Africa's G20 presidency, and this is largely due to strained relations with South Africa at the time, that they were not really keen on participating. Where do they stand right now?
The US is planning to take over the presidency of the G20 next year, and our understanding from them is that they intend to continue to do so, and therefore it is quite difficult then to be in a situation where you are not attending deputies' meetings or discussions during our presidency and then to take over the presidency next year. From a finance track perspective, there has been engagement. We've been working on a communique last week and this week here in Zimbabwe. What's important about that is that it's a consensus document. And so all the members in the room have to agree to the language that is used there. And our US colleagues have been part of those discussions and negotiations.
Bringing the African markets into your home. Channel Africa, the African perspective. When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio.
By the end, show me the way I can go. Take me by the end, show me the way.
Tune in and turn up the volume. This is Channel Africa.
Mr. Flea. Adeshi, go and tell them. Adeshi, Papi Chulo, Adeshi, stand like a tuso. Adeshi, yeah, me now pounds and dollar, yeah. Yeah, me want a big $1, yeah. Make you go ask up $10, yeah. My people want the rabbi, yeah. What shall they profit a man if the rabba not there and the timbalaba not there and you cannot do okay? Do. Timaya come the quo. No time for cho. No time for meow. If you know day, you know day. If you didn't day, you didn't day. Maybe send account number. No time for cho. Adeshi. Go and tell them. Adeshi, Papi Chulo, Adeshi, stand like a tuso. Adeshi, everywhere marama. All my girls milli. Oshe kwanya wari agota. You dey play, you dey show. If we show, you gon' know. Everywhere sarambara. Oshe kwanya wari agota. Adeshi, Papi Chulo ni jale. Everywhere I go, look what you na fight for Mbura Cafe. Adeshi.
Well, welcome to it. 17 minutes past 10 Central African Time. My name is Nolo Matlaila. Holding the fort down for Shayla Ndukumana. Yes, I'm usually behind the scenes doing the production for the show. But right now, though, you'll be hearing my voice for the next 2 hours. And listen, we've got quite an interesting show for you today. That's why it took us just a little bit longer to get prepared. Our guests are going to be joining us in studio, and they are very punctual individuals, so we had to go collect them and make sure that they're settled and ready for our conversation today. Let me give a special thanks to the team that was Africa World Hour, always keeps us in the know on what's happening around Africa. And right now, though, I'd like you to just settle in, take a seat back, unwind, as we end the last few hours of the day, right? So we're ending the day for you. And how do we do that? Well, in the first few minutes of the show, of course, we do the wrap up of the day where we give you just a few highlights on different shows on Channel Africa throughout the day and what you can look forward to the very next day. Of course, we also get into scribing into our diaries just to give you a snippet on what to look forward to in our discussions today, and then we get into our conversations. We've got double the sweetness today as I have two guests joining me in studio. What a pleasure for them to make their way here and grace us with their presence. I don't want to give away names yet, but if you do follow us on our social media platforms, you can get an idea on who I'm talking about. That social media platform is at Channel Africa, the numeric 1. That's where you can find us on X, on Instagram, as well as on TikTok and Facebook. If you'd like to also put the face to the voice, I would encourage you to join us on our YouTube live streaming at the current moment. Yes, we are live streaming. It is Channel Africa Radio live streaming. Okay, go right there and you will check us out and be able to see who I'm speaking to today. Also, you can be able to stay in touch with us. Send through your questions, your commentary on +27634069126. That's our WhatsApp line, and that's where you can stay in immediate conversations with me. If you are at home, you can catch us at DSTV Audio Bouquet channel 802, OpenView we are at channel 628. Otherwise, if you want to catch us at your fingertips, the best way to do that is by downloading your SABC Plus app. That's where you can find us on your Android or your iPhone. So don't say we did not plug you. Listen, today we are discussing, I think at most it's the importance of reinventing yourself through a career move, right? And the importance of having a life coach in one's life. You know how lately people have been embracing, having a therapist and having therapy sessions just to keep your mental health in check and not waiting until it's a dire situation before you do so. Well, there's a new way of coping with life now with the pressures that we see, and that is the importance of having a life coach. We're going to be speaking to two life coaches that are currently holding events, seminars, you name it, across the country, and maybe you would find out where's the next one, and it could just be in your parts of the country, and you could go join them. And no, it's not just going to be in South Africa. Soon it will also spread out to the African continent, and that's what I'm hoping to get out of them today. So that's what we have for you in store today. Right now, though, I want us to get into our African melodies so that we can settle in and also get ourselves ready. So in the meantime, go get yourself that refreshment and get those shoes off, kick them back, and put them on the coffee table if you are allowed to. My name is Nolo Matlela, and this is African Diaries.
Oh, love, baby, you're right. Oh, love, baby, your fantasies, oh, baby, baby, your baby, oh, baby, swing my way, shawty, swing my way, do this thing our way, baby, we fly away, baby, swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Swing my way, oh baby we fly away, yeah. You must be used to all the man them will cruise to. I don't get plans to use you, baby. No, queen, I see you working. You deserve all the working. Diamonds, pearls, and purses, yeah. Oh no, if you had my love, give you all my trust, all my trust in you. I just wanna know what it's like. Loving you is all that feels right. Need you on my side, I decide. Swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Do this thing our way, baby we fly away. Baby swing my way, shawty, swing my way. Baby swing my way, oh baby we fly away. You say I ain't working, you say I ain't perfect, no. I'ma put the work in on you. Shake when I see you, wanna make you mine already. Give you all my time, gon' let me, I'll show you. If you had my love, give you all my trust, all my trust in you. I just wanna know what it's like. Loving you is all that feels right. If you on my side, I decided I'll swing my way. Shawty swing my way. Do this thing my way. Baby, we fly away. Baby, swing my way. Shawty swing my way. Baby, swing my way. Oh, baby, we fly away. Swing my way. My way, yeah. I've been wishing for the day you swing my way. I've been saving my love for you, my baby. Oh, make we do this thing our way.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
I really like what you done to me. I can't really explain it. I am so
Talking like you're ready, can you handle that? Maybe we can settle that. I know you're fiending for my piggyback, boo. All in your face, all in your face. I'm down to do what you really want to. Champagne with a little fun, yeah. Show me what you really want. Nobody do me as good as you. See my record, just like magic. Drive me loco, automatic, so electric. Roboto, oh, you give me such an essence, I can hack it. So spiritual, fresh out the package. Oh, I rap like bandage on you. It's only you for me. You for me. You for me. Oh, I'm into you for me. Give it all to me. Can't nobody compare to you.
I'ma to bury the no magbadola. I'ma to bury the no magbadola. I'ma to bury the no magbadola. Badola.
Already you giving me what I wanna. Nobody fit to they could never ever. Caesar, call you my Caesar. I'm still a diva, but I'm a keeper. It's your ability for stability's how you keep me out in captivity. Oh, me like it. You know I'm for it. See my record, just like magic. Drive me loco, automatic, so electric. Roboto, oh, you give me such an essence, I can hack it. So spiritual, fresh out the package. Oh, I rap like bandage on you. It's only you for me. You for me. You for me. Oh, I'm into you for me. Give it all to me. Can't nobody compare to you.
I'ma to bury the no magbadola. I'ma to bury the no magbadola. I'ma to bury the no magbadola. Badola.
And that is You For Me by Tiwa Savage. Before that, we played you My Way by Malik Berry. Listen, it's time for us to get into our wrap-up of the day.
When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio.
And on our wrap-up of the day, of course, we start with the team that started the day with the sunrise, and that is Rise and Shine. On Rise and Shine today, Peter Ndoro was in talks with Khanyo Farise, the senior researcher on civic space at Amnesty International for East and Southern African, about the organization's Human Rights Manifesto, which concerns shrinking civic space, restrictions on free expression, and weak protection for women, people with disabilities, migrants, and the LGBTI people.
Ahead of Malawi's elections, maybe you can start by telling us why you felt it's so important to release this report now.
Peter, as Amnesty, we really felt that elections are a time for all actors, especially political actors and government, to reflect on their human rights record. It's a chance for them to break away from the past and really make a new commitment and take action to prioritize human rights. But also, it's a time where the government really has to ensure respect for human rights before, during, and after elections. It's really an opportunity for governments to put in place measures where people can really meaningfully enjoy their human rights and people can experience an improvement in their lives. But also an election context, as we've seen in many parts of the continent and even beyond, we find that because of the desire to hold on to power, we see people being restricted from enjoying their right to freedom of assembly, their right to freedom of expression. In the context of Malawi, for example, we've heard reports of when people assemble being attacked by unknown persons, but then police failing to protect them. So this is an important time for people to be able to enjoy their right to vote in a context that has peace and where they can just really freely enjoy their rights. But with political parties and government really putting human rights at the center of.
And on the move team, Palisa Tau and Benjamin Mushatama spoke to Pina Chichi, a parenting and teens coach, about the importance of grandparents and the challenges of long-distance grandparenting.
Having a grandparent as a grandchild is so amazing. I mean, I was raised by my grandmother. I'm a bit of a sensitive soul, but I think I've inherited that from my grandmother. Those relationships are still pivotal today, and as much as we kind of sideline them, we can't run away from the fact that it's important to have that grandchild grandparent relationship.
Definitely. Very, very important. I mean, it's a cornerstone relationship for our children, especially when our children have then moved, when our families have moved away from the communities where our grandparents are. That connection is still very vital to the growth of our children. The fact that the importance of them knowing their roots is actually very important in their identity.
Yeah.
So we don't want to lose that. And that's why this topic is so vital.
And this topic is also very vital because, in the African context, a grandparent is not an extended family. It's a core part of our families. In fact, I'll look in many communities here in South Africa where many children and their children are being raised under the grandparents themselves. So there's a very close link and relationships that Africans really love when it comes to the grandparent dynamic versus in the more Western world.
Yes, absolutely. You're right on that. Definitely, where our grandparents are like second parents. They're not extended. They're like our second parents who we can go to and we can lean on. And a lot of times, even the values that our parents are giving us, we actually believe them more because our grandparents are also exemplifying those values. So it's very generational.
And on Africa Update with Lulu Gabu, we learn about a Mozambican kingpin shot dead in Kempton Park, South Africa today.
And we're coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa. A Mozambican on the SENIC Most Wanted database has been killed in South Africa. Our SENIC is responsible for serious organized crime investigations in that.
Hello. An invisible force is holding you back without you knowing. What if I told you?
Apologies for that technical difficulty. We continue, though, with the wrap-up. We move on to the upside. Teboro and Mateko spoke to Septi Bukula, the Chief Executive Officer of Renzo Network, about the Africa Heritage Forum, highlighting the role of heritage in Africa's development.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your listeners, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Septi. Such a wonderful initiative the summit is. What do you hope the delegates will bring to the table in this conversation? Because it really is a mixed bag of custodians that are very, very important for this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our starting point is that South Africa, the continent of Africa, is so rich in culture and heritage. It's so richly endowed, and those are resources that can be used to drive, economic development and as you mentioned in your intro, cohesion and forward movement across the continent. And the vehicle, of course, that we are using for that as an organization that's involved in tourism is tourism. Looking at how we can, use tourism as a vehicle for the development, the preservation, and the deployment of those rich cultural and heritage to drive economic development across the continent. So we believe that those who will be coming will obviously be bringing perspectives from their own backgrounds, home countries, but also it will be a rich conversation where we all say, what is it that we can do at national level, but also at continental level to tap those resources? Think of, for instance, African indigenous knowledge systems, to tap those resources to drive economic development of our continent forward.
And lastly, on Africa in Business, this was the highlight with Tamingo Beni.
Exciting time of the week this is, when we get to meet dynamic men and women who are trailblazers and really just making waves in their area of expertise. This afternoon, we're joined by the head of market expansion at Mukuru. You will know that it is one of the largest money transfer providers on the African continent. She is none other than Tendai Tidzirai. She joined Mukuru in 2021, where she led operational expansion into 5 new territories, managing product development, go-to-market strategy, as well as implementation. And before that, Tendai led companies such as Channel Dynamics, Incline, and Qatar Airways market expansion initiatives across the continent and beyond the Atlantic. She's passionate about financial inclusion and believes diversity in financial services unlocks shared value. And Tendai Tidzirai, head of market expansion at Mukuru, joins us live now. A very good afternoon to you. Welcome. Good to have you with us on Africa in Business.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Well, you really have.
Great to be here.
It's great. I mean, you're working with a great brand, but you have a history of working with great brands. And one thing that's a thread throughout that is that market expansion seems to be your area of expertise. One could call it your superpower, if you wish. But what does someone who is responsible for market expansion initiatives for a company actually do? What is your job description?
So it's a really interesting question and a very big answer, but let me try and keep it succinct. So market expansion is essentially growing markets, and there's a few elements that go into it. So if I use, for example, my role currently at Mukuru, market expansion spans across, for instance, looking at initially, before we look at which territories we want to go to. So first of all, it's geographic expansion that you look at. So it's trying to deepen our reach, so expand our reach across the continent. So it's entering new territories, and that involves a lot of things.
All right, and if you want more of those stories, go ahead and check out our website, which is www.channelafrica.co.za. There is a podcast there in case you missed any information or any conversations that were had on the shows throughout the day and previous shows as well. And just remember that Channel Africa does broadcast in 5 African languages. We do have shows in English, in Portuguese, in Swahili, in Chinyanja, as well as in French. So you can also find other shows there that could serve your language preference. On the other side of this, though, we will be ascribing into our journals.
Nighttime radio, just the way you like it, on Channel Africa, where the night comes alive. Turn the page. It's African Diaries on Channel Africa.
As we scribe into our diaries, because this is African Diaries today, we are reminding you to do it in Chinyanja, otherwise known as Nyanja. I did try this yesterday, so I'm going to try it again until my tongue gets used to it. As we scribe into our diaries today, Wokutendwa Bukulanga Lazolemba Laku Africa.
Africa Speaks on African Diaries with Shayla Ndikumana. Nighttime radio, just the way you like it. On Channel Africa, where the night comes alive.
You work with a life coach that understands your trauma and understands your story and asks you questions about your story. You are then able to have compassion for yourself. Like, we are so good at creating a container for your pain, a container for your story, a container for this person that you are now, the things that happen to make the person that you are, and also give you the tools to move to being the person that you want to be. Some of you are sitting there being like, I have these big goals and I have these big dreams. And well, they're not happening because I'm lazy. Baby, you are not just lazy. Something happened to you. There is a deeply held belief that is tied to your trauma that created what you now call a lazy person. Something happened to you that makes you feel scared. You watched your parent lose everything. You watched a parent lose their businesses. You watched a parent lose their marriage. You watched a parent go from like being on the top of their game to struggling to put food on the table. You watched someone you looked up to. You watched them completely disintegrate. And now, because you witnessed that, and that is called secondary trauma, you witnessed that. And you then thought to yourself, child you, oh, I should not work to get good things because good things get taken.
Tune in and turn up the volume. This is Channel Africa.
Yeah, tuluma komete lomthwalo wakhe. Yeah, tuluma komete lomthwalo wakhe. Isolo bakuboni luhamba naye. Isolo bakuboni luhamba naye. Yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way. Yo way, yeah, yeah. Yo way, Yo way, yeah, yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Oh, makomete. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Ayo makomete. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Oh, makomete. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Yeah, tuluma komete lomthwalo wakhe. Yeah, tuluma komete lomthwalo wakhe. Ngoba isolo bakuboni luhamba naye. Isolo bakuboni luhamba naye. Yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way. Yo way, yeah, yeah. Yo way, yeah. Yo way, yeah. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Oh, makomete. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Ayo makomete. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Oh, makomete. Yo, 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 ayo makomete. Mam Dorothy Masuka, thank you for the beautiful music from the bottom of our hearts.
It's African Diaries on Channel Africa.
Je, una jambo lolote akilini mwako? Je, una shauku kuhusu masuala muhimu? Na je, una maoni ambayo unataka yasikike? Kweli, hili jukwaa ni la kwako. Piga simu au tuandikie kwenda WhatsApp namba alama ya kujumulisha 2760552594 na tutakupigia simu.
Mtangazaji wa habari zetu za Afrika Kusini mjini Johannesburg.
Hivyo unaweza kuwa mshirika kwenye matangazo yetu. Sio mazungumzo tu, ni fursa yako ya kuchangia maoni yako na kushirikiana na jumuiya ya wasikilizaji wanaotamani mtazamo wako. Tufuate kwenye mitandao ya kijamii. Tembelea tovuti yetu www.channelafrica.co.za na uwe tayari kushiriki na kuchangia maoni yako kwenye Channel Africa. Channel Africa, mtazamo wa Kiafrika.
Nkhanza zokhudza amuna ndi azimayi kapena kuti gender based violence GBV zikuononga mioyo komanso kuphwasula midzi. Zikuchitika m'manyumba, m'masukulu, malo ogwirira ntchito ndipo kwambiri mwakachetechete, koma sizikuyenera kupitirira. Mukazimva yankhulani. Ngati mwakhuzidwa funani chithandizo, chifukwa kusachita chilichonse sikuthandiza. Mverani kuma wireless onse 14 a SABC kuchokera lachitatu pa 23 mwezi uno wa Julai kuti mumve zokambirana, malangizo, masewero, zionesero za maphunziro ndi mafunso okhuza nkhanza za amuna ndi azimayi ndi akatswiri, anthu opulumuka ku nkhanzazi, kukhazikitsa lamulo komanso dziko lonse lokhuzidwa ndi nkhanzazi. Zonsezi pa wireless yomwe mumayikonda ya SABC. Imbirani pa nambala 0800 428 428 kuti munene za nkhanzazi kapena kupeza chithandizo. Nkhanza zokhuza amuna ndi azimayi zimatha ndi inu. Uthenga ukufikani kuchokera ku SABC.
When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio.
It is 9 minutes to top of the hour, 11 p.m. Central African Time. So wherever you are joining us from, welcome to African Diaries right here on Channel Africa. I won't say that we're necessarily winding down the day, but here in the Southern Hemisphere, specifically in South Africa, Johannesburg, we are winding down the day and literally about to get into the last hour of the day. But you could be tuning in from a different time zone. So let me just say welcome to African Diaries. My name is Nolo Matlaila. Don't be surprised by hearing a different voice behind the mic. I am holding the fort down for Sheila Ndikumana. And yes, as I did give you guys a little bit of an idea what kind of conversations we're going to be getting into today. Well, we're going to be getting into reinventing oneself through a career shift. You know, sometimes they do say at a certain age, just stick to what you know. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And, you know, when you hear somebody saying, oh, no, I'm leaving the sales space and I'm getting into, I guess, maybe teaching, people become skeptical. Why would you want to do that at such a late age? But what they don't understand is we all have the power to reinvent ourselves as long as you have the passion and the drive. We're also going to be getting into life coaching. You know, why is it important to attend a life coaching session or have a life coach in your life? What is there to learn? And also, how do they help in one's life? What tools do life coaches equip you with, right? And just to try and also gauge what else do life coaches do. So the reason we're getting into that today is because the two guests I have in studio are pioneers in that field, if I have to say so myself. They're working together, you know, they're a collaboration, and also just trying to help people live the best versions of themselves. As they mention, you know, they're trying to help people find the best versions of themselves. You've only got one lifetime to live. Don't you want to live it as the best version of yourself? I do. I know I do. And knowing me, I am one of those, a jack of all trades, but it's not that I'm not a master of none, because the quote is not complete. The quote says, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but ever so often better than a master of one. So it's good to have skills in different departments, especially in this lifetime. One source of income is definitely not enough.
Yep.
With that said, let me welcome my guests in studio. I do have Coach Kani joining me, and I do have Nozuko Nchengase. Did I say your surname correctly? Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining me in studio today.
Thank you for having us.
I think most importantly, I like the fact that you came into studio. So you guys are not early sleepers, ne? You guys are night riders.
Listen.
Are you guys night riders? Because y'all look prepped up.
Do we really?
Yes, you don't look tired. You all look like you just woke up now.
I feel like my right eye is twitching.
No, it's not. I'm watching. You're good. You're good. But thank you for making an effort.
We've been very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were so excited. I called Kanye. So I was like, is it today, Kanye?
Oh, wow.
Yesterday I was like, girl.
No, it's tomorrow. So we're very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited to be here.
Listen, I think I just want to, let's clarify that, let's iron it out right from the start, right? So there is a growing trend of people calling themselves life coaches. As a matter of fact, at one point I called myself a life coach until I learned that no, actually people get accreditation for this. So darling, you're a speaker, you're a motivational speaker, okay? Yeah. So I think what I want to know is it a career? Is it a job? Is it a field where one has the opportunity to grow?
I call it a calling.
Yeah.
It's a job because I get paid to do it. But I think in terms of like, if we were to label it, I call it a calling for myself. I call it a career and a calling. And yeah, I mean, I got certified and a lot of coaches do. And also, I think that for me, my favorite coaches have been people who are able to merge their own personal experiences into the work. And there's no school to give you a certificate for your life.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And I think that we are so, as people were just like, show me your and I've never worked with a client who asked me to show them my certificate. I haven't, right? But I think that coaching, it's the native communities come. It's a coaching practice where you sit with your family, like they'll say, this child is not listening, and they'll be rude. They sit in a circle and they give advice. That's coaching. That's where it comes from. But I do think that when you go into a certification program, you get the tools, you get the framework. And I'll also say, though, in terms of context, those tools and those frameworks are very Eurocentric. And so it's having to learn Uguti. Some of the things that I'm going to learn in this course is not going to apply in every context.
Exactly.
It's not going to apply to an Asian context or an African context, right? So, but they're good to have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. You said it's a calling. Kind of profound there, but we'll get back to that one, right? And Nozuko, I mean, you are now also a life coach, and you seem quite passionate about it.
Yeah.
But I think what I've viewed from your story is how you are a product of your own beliefs. Like what you are now teaching is what you did to yourself and on yourself, right? So you practiced on yourself. You were your own guinea pig first, right?
That's how I do it.
Yeah. But then I first want to just want to paint out your journey. Most may know you as one of South Africa's favorite actresses. Can I call you a thespian? You've been on a theater stage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't call myself a thespian. I've never been on theater, so I don't think.
Why is it that only theatre people deserve to be called
because
thespians?
Theater is different from TV.
Can I not be called a thespian gay?
You are, my darling, my darling. If you've been on both spaces, small screens and a theater stage, you are a thespian. Okay, you're not just an actress. So Nozuko, so the Africa may know you as a thespian. We've seen you on a couple of soapies. Can you just remind us of a few so people can identify with who you are in case they forgot?
I played Ayanda on Skim Sam, Pindile on Dip City and Knox. Pindile on Scandal and Dip City Knox.
Yes.
Yeah, currently Generations.
Okay.
Uvuyelwa.
Okay, have you debuted yet
Yes,
on Generations?
yes, it's
Lovely.
happening right now.
Oh, okay. I loved your character on Dip City. Hey?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that for me. I saw
Fire.
diversity in you. I'm like, oh, so she can be gangster like that. I loved it. So you for a while you went quiet. So I did not know where to find you on screens, especially after Dip City.
Yes.
But we would obviously pick up on. If you're a follower and a fan of Nozuko, you'll pick up on her on social media streets. That's where you think you see them every day. So seeing snippets of you on social media streets just made us feel like, okay, she's still on our screens.
Yeah.
And then you re-emerge.
Okay.
And girl, you're re-emerging with a new title. You're speaking a different language. You're walking differently. I want to understand that reinvention. How did you reinvent like yourself? Actually, what space were you in to finally reinvent yourself and come back, as a different person? You're still the same shell, but you're speaking different, you're thinking different. And today you're carrying this new title of a life coach as well. I just want to understand that transition. And what was your catalyst?
Okay, so I went through a time where where my back was forced against the wall, and I had to break. I had to die so that I can find myself again, because I was in a really dark space.
Is it?
Yes. And that happened while I was still at Scandal. I think, matter of fact, I came into the limelight carrying a lot of trauma and a lot of unresolved issues, but there wasn't awareness. So you know what happens when you're in the big city, then things start to resurface.
Yes.
Then you start to now being challenged. Do you even know why you are here? Yes, you wanted to act, but what is your why? And after acting and being on screen, what's next? How do you move forward?
Yeah.
And also just facing challenges as a Joburg and relationship and toxic relationships and all of that. So all of those things, they put me in a position where I was really broken, and I had to allow myself to die in order to find myself again.
Yeah.
And that journey came with rediscovering Unozuko as a healer and as someone that is passionate about life, because I think one of my biggest challenges was self-harm. Yes.
Oh.
So as I was finding my healing and trying to deal with the fact that I was attacking myself, my mind was attacking me basically. Then I met coaching, but it started with me just trying to understand what was wrong with me, or what was happening, or why was I sick. I knew that there was something that was not right.
Yeah.
So I started finding my healing, and I met different coaches that taught me about mental health, about emotional regulation, about reprogramming my behavior so that they can align with with my beliefs and core system. And when I learned about all of that, then I fell in love with just the human programming, of which is something that I've always been in love. And that's why I said, is it really reinvention?
Okay.
Because the way that I look at coaching is very similar to acting, because what we do is that we are healing the human being, and what we do is that we break it down. We say, here where's your mind, here are the emotions, here's how you move, here you believe. So we break all of that down for you to see it reflect back to you, and then you can make a decision of, this is how I would like to move going forward. So it's very similar to character building for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your catalyst was your breaking point.
It was definitely a breaking point that was fueled by a very toxic relationship.
I have to commend you for that, because everybody in life goes through a dip, right? A valley. And some people choose to stay there and just say, oh, well, it's life, it happens to everybody. And some think, like you're saying, you knew something was wrong with you. And you actually made an effort to seek help. Most people wouldn't even. You know, did you know already that you had mental health issues prior to your breaking point, or did you discover within your breaking point?
I discovered within my breaking point.
Yeah.
When I was investigating, we would say, how did I get here?
Yeah.
And then I started investigating my emotions.
Yeah.
Would say, actually, I've been feeling sad for years. I didn't even know how to connect to joy and happiness. Then I just started following all of that.
Yeah.
Where did it start? What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, I do commend you for that, because like I said, most people don't even take the time to heal themselves. And I think the difficult part is acknowledging that you have a problem, right? And like you said, you didn't know you were sad for a long time. In my case, which is weird, and people think it's funny because, you know, the character I played on the same soapy we were on together where we first met, Skim Sam, she was always crying, yeah? She was a... That character was always crying. If she wasn't crying for her on-screen husband, she was crying for her son, you know? So I realized later, after therapy, that I was doing method acting. I was actually sad. And I was using that moment to really cry. I'm going to go to work and cry for real. That's why people used to say, your tears are so convincing. That's because they
like,
were.
I'm really crying.
Yes, I really am. Right? So they call it dysthymia, right? So it's like a long distance depression. You know, it's not seasonal. It's not like for a short time.
It's functional also.
Functional.
Functional
Yeah. So
depression,
it's been, 7. It can span to 10 years even. But you're just functioning. You're going through life as you have to, because we're all obligated to keep moving. Life stops for nobody.
That's real.
Yeah. But the reason I say it's reinvention is because, when you are an actor, we know the characters that you play, the roles that you play. We don't really get to know the individual, Nozuko. So Nozuko, the reason I say you came back reinvented is because now we are hearing how your mind works. We are understanding how you talk, what you're all about, what goes on in your mind, because what comes out of the mouth is the matters of the heart. So now we're also getting to understand, this is you, and I think it's very refreshing. We loved that, and I don't know how other people have been receiving you in this. I
mean, I think it's been very warm. Yes, and I think my audience like Ndosini, they were very warm to it because it's always been who I am. Anyone that has connected with me knows Unozuko is a teacher by nature. I've always put that forward, and I think with every interview that I've ever attended, I've always said, even when I started at Skim Sam, that the bigger picture is personal development, is community development, it's working with the community. So anyway, it was gonna lead to this because I've always been very involved. I think what getting the NLP certificate helped with is just putting structure to the work, but I've always been doing the work even before breaking on screen. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now we know. Now we know. Talking about NLP, Khanyi, tell us about that.
I think this is more. This is more of Unozuko,
the NLP. So so actually NLP is neuro linguistic programming, and how I met it is actually through petty names. Sometimes they run away.
Morao.
Yes, Mapiti. Yes.
Oh yes. Okay.
I she's the one that actually directed me to subconscious frequency, where I got my accreditation. It's neuro-linguistic programming, and it is a set of techniques to help you help the people that you coach with reprogramming their mindset, their emotions, and also their behavioral system. Yes. So it's like, it's techniques basically. You know how you use method acting. It's tools that help you. It can be a set of questions, whether you want to understand your purpose, whether you want to quit smoking.
Overcome your fear of spiders.
Overcome your fear.
I can do that?
Yes, you can.
I have a serious phobia, guys.
Really?
Yes. By anchoring. You can anchor different emotions.
Your fear of heights.
Your fear of
NLP
heights.
can help you with that.
Do you guys do hypnotizing as well?
No.
Sounds
but AMA techniques and NLP, some of them are derived from hypnotic techniques. Yes.
And that's where I want to now get into it. So we are here now. We're talking life coaching. Okay. And I think this is what I wanted to understand, and I'm hoping our fellow African Diary listeners, curious as I am, the difference between a therapist and a life coach, because I feel like the line is kind of blurred.
Don't say that. Don't tell therapists that.
I know. Look, I'm a psychology graduate myself, right? So I know that they. Don't you dare compare me. I went to school for these many years.
Guys, please, let's give them the credits.
Yeah, we'll give them.
Oh my God, and they deserve it.
Of course.
I'm on the lookout for a therapist. How I explain it is that the practice of therapy is to take you into the past so you can understand how you are the way that you are now, and then you start that healing from there, where the life coaching practice is to get you from where you are and into where you want to be, right? And so
very
that's
clear
the
definition.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so people that look for coaches, it's someone who knows that there's a version of me that I want to get to, but there's this in-between point that I'm not able to go over, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's here you are, but there's no bridge, and you don't know how to get to that point.
Yeah.
And so life coaches help you with taking those actionable steps.
I hear you.
Where I'm passionate about the work of coaching is because of my education. My degree is in psychology as well, and I have a counseling certification, and I'm so educated.
Please drop the accolades. Please drop them. Just
right, and then
make us recognize you for who you are. Please just, yeah.
And my master's program is in social sciences, and it's really understanding human behavior as well. So I love to approach the work from the trauma-informed space, because if I don't know how you got here, then I'm not going to know what we need to work on. So people come to me, for example, like, I'm a people pleaser. I need to understand how you became a people pleaser. I need to understand those stories that led to you being a people pleaser, so we can work from that point and getting you to being someone who recovers from people pleasing.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And do you have, so with that said, does that maybe help them in terms of your everyday aspects of life, like career development or relationships? And that's interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it too. Like, now I work with couples as well, and it's very stressful, but I love you guys. I love all my couple clients.
It can never be me. I'll be sitting there listening to God like
yeah. But it helps you become a really good listener when you're a life coach. Because when people get into relationships, you're not getting into a relationship with one person. You're getting into a relationship with their past and their story and their trauma and their brokenness, from when they were a child to the relationships they've been in before you. Right? You're partnered with someone that has all these triggers. And if you don't do that work of healing as an individual first, you're not going to know how to handle that. And when you don't do the work of healing as a couple, you'll have someone. I have clients who come in for coaching individually, and those relationships don't survive because now you've grown past this person. And you are not who they met anymore. So it doesn't work. It cannot work.
Unless you move together.
Yeah. So I joke about how, like, you spend an hour with Coach Kanye working on yourself, and Babe is on his video games. Right?
Yeah.
And so week in and week out, you are meeting yourself in places where they can't meet you because they're not doing the work that you're doing. And so I don't know if you've been in a situation where someone is like, I really miss the person that you were. Like, you're not who you were when we met however many years ago. And it's like, because I've grown past that person and you can't keep me stuck there. So I get to choose. Do I pretend to not know this person that I've become so I can be in a relationship with you? Or do I say, hey, I've grown past who I was before.
And by doing that, you could be doing a disservice to yourself.
Absolutely. And people do that.
Yeah, quite a lot. It's 13 minutes past 11 Central African time. If you've just joined us, those are the voices of Coach Kanye and Nozuko Nchengaze, and they are here to speak to us about life coaching. I'm just discovering that there are different fields of life coaching.
Yes.
We just learned about neuro-linguistic programming, but I just quickly want us to track back a little bit. I think we just rested on the fact that we know Nozuko from screen and the different interviews she's done, but now you've mentioned your accolades, and I feel like we don't know Coach Kanye enough. As a matter of fact, we know you as Coach Kanye. We want to understand what before you became Coach Kanye, the world knew you as what, and it sounds like you also had a progression into being the life coach that you are today. So take us a little bit back, or where did you start?
Oh my God.
Because I'm pretty sure you did not leave high school and say, I want to be a life coach. No.
I don't look it, but I'm old. So I started, I was teaching in Korea. I've been living overseas for the past 15 years.
You see?
Yeah.
Were we going to know that? No, I knew there was a story there. Talk to us. Yeah.
So I just came back this year. And so for the past 5 years, I've been in the States, and that's when I started the life coaching. But before that, I was teaching English in Asia, and then for 3 years, I owned a party boat in the Philippines.
What? You lived. You were the girl shaking her booty on a yacht.
On a boat.
I was going to say that. I was going to say it was like his radio.
It's okay. It's late
I was
night.
on a double-decker boat.
What?
And then moving to the States, I've lived in a few countries. And then when I was in the States during COVID, and I think it's pretty similar to, I'm going through a lot. What am I going to do with the lot that I'm going through? That's when I went into counseling. First, I got certified in the counseling space, and then got certified in coaching, because I got to this point where I was like, there's a reason for going through everything that I went through. I grew up in the villages of the Eastern Cape.
Wow. Okay.
And I was raised by my grandparents. I grew up really, really poor. Experienced abuse in the home, experienced abuse outside the home. And so I was just at this point in 2020 where I was like, I've gone through so much to have it be all for nothing. Right? And then the phrase I use is like, how do I turn pain into purpose? How do I take like the shitty shit and turn it into something beautiful? And then through research, I was like, people actually do that, and it's just called life coaching. And then I wrote books about it. Well, I wrote one book that's called...
So you're an author as well.
I am an author.
You see, that's another title we did not acknowledge. Okay. Yeah.
I am an author as well, which I love doing. But I think the self-development space is so wide, and there's so much to be done within it. You get like financial coaches and business coaches and relationship coaches and life coaches and queer coaches, and it's like there's so much within the space.
But it's fairly new, right?
It's
how far back can we track?
I think far back as Tony Robinson. Right? Tony Robinson is a life coach.
Yeah.
Oh
my.
I was watching his show on Netflix. I'm not your guru. I love it so much.
So, but then to the Africans...
into the African thing. And I think what I've enjoyed about coaching, I'm sorry I cut you off, is like within the African context, it's made sense where people are like, therapy doesn't work for me. Let's be real, therapy doesn't work for everyone. Not everyone wants to go to a therapist. But there's something about coaching that resonates with that. There is a way for you to do both, to work on your trauma while also working on your goals and your future and creating the best version of yourself while also paying attention to the things that happen to you. So I think the connection within being back home and doing the seminars as well, that has been the story, that I get to do all the things in the space. Yeah.
But then I think for the African that now sees the benefits of life coaching, right?
Mhm.
And they're easily accessible nowadays because you can find them first on social media. If you scroll
Yeah.
enough, you'll pick up on one
Yeah.
that relates to your needs,
Yeah.
whether it's financial or career
Yeah.
or relationship. Then how do you identify one that is legitimate? Because you said your clients don't even ask you whether you are accredited, right?
Yeah.
So how do you find one that's legitimate? Because like I said at the beginning of the interview, anybody can just wake up and say, I'm a life coach.
I'm a life coach now.
Yeah, because you can talk, right?
Yeah. I think I would answer that question as someone that's looking for a life coach. And I would say, is it important for me to have someone that's accredited? Or am I okay with having a life coach that's maybe not accredited, but has been coaching for years and has experience in the space? Right? And so if I'm asking, if I don't get offended when people ask about my whatever. What time is it? My brain is like, stop talking.
Accreditation, yeah.
But I think that we are so education obsessed, and it's beautiful, and I love that about us. And I think on top of that, there are some spaces, especially within self-development, where if I'm working with a spiritual coach, I don't really care about your certification as a spiritual
You
coach.
wanna know if they'll
I
hit
just want to
home.
know if you are able to connect with my spirit.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm working with a financial coach, I don't care about your certification. I just want to know if you know how to help me handle my money. If it's a business coach, I want to know that you have successful businesses too.
Yes, you gotta show me
right?
the proof, yeah.
Don't you be telling me about how to run a business when you don't know how to run
Exactly.
one. And that's the thing
Yeah,
too.
okay.
And so with my work in self-development, it is, yeah, I mean, I'm speaking quite loosely because I do have the certifications and everything.
Yeah.
But what is more impactful in my work is I'm someone that can say, I used to be a people pleaser. I've helped X amount of, I can't count anymore, of clients that I've helped work through the same issues that you have. So I think it is, if it matters to you that you work with someone that's done the course, then ask them if they've done the courses.
I generally do believe that when you're looking for a coach, they're going to present themselves to you. It's like when you are looking for a mentor, you can go through accreditations and all of that, but umuntu wako, they will find you. So I do also believe that this thing is very spiritual. If you are trying to find healing, wait for your person.
Yeah.
And you will know when you guys actually connect that this is the right time.
Yeah, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Exactly.
Talking about it being spiritual, that's what I wanted to come back to you with, Nozugone. So, say a spiritual healer. You go to a spiritual healer and they have their different tools to use on how to check for you with your ancestors. What are they saying about you? Is there a message for you? Or if you're going there to heal a disease, they have umuti for you, right? Now I want to take it now to NLP, and you guys have certain tools to help certain issues. You mentioned how you can help somebody actually get over a phobia of spiders or stop smoking.
Okay.
What tools do you guys use? Because I'm sure it's not just talking to a person. What do you guys use?
Okay, so let's say maybe because I'm an artist wellness coach.
Yeah.
So I don't help people get over the fear of spiders.
Okay.
But I do help artists gain their confidence. I do help artists with maybe finding purpose and brand clarity. So let's say that I am helping an artist that wants to understand their purpose. So first of all, we'll have to first set up the space and have an understanding of where are you and what do you feel like is the problem and what has been holding you back and what have you done so far.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll tell them that I'm going to take you through a process called the Disney program, and where we are going to brainstorm what is possible in your vision, in your mind. So I take them through their imaginative mind, and we play, and then we brainstorm it, we write it down, and then we shuffle it. Well, there are I get it, like I said, that it's techniques, so there are guidelines to what I'm doing. So I'll be following those guidelines to help the client reshuffle the what they've brainstormed that is on paper to a point where, okay, now you can see the full and clear vision. You've taken out what doesn't work, you have what works, you've put it by priority. Uguti, this is where I start, this is what matters more, this is what matters less. Okay, so now with what we have, what goals can you set moving forward? Oh, and then the client will say, oh, actually the clear picture, I see that I like consciousness, I like to teach, I like to act. So maybe I'm actually a storyteller. So the goals that I would like to set for myself moving forward is that I'm going to wake up every morning and practice or read a book maybe, or then do vocals for my acting. To a point where we're like, okay, so once you've set your goals, how are you going to make sure that you continue doing your goals, or how are you going to encourage yourself, how are you going to celebrate yourself? And then we get them to be in action with what we've brainstormed.
I like that.
I don't know if I made it clear, but I'm trying to paint it fast, but that's really what it is.
I like that because, you know, in our industry, especially the entertainment industry as a whole, if you get into it not knowing who you are, you can easily be told who you are, and they box you, and then you get frustrated because now they're boxing you, and then you don't even know what that frustration is. Then you end up in the wrong hands or the wrong habits. So I think maybe, you know, these young kids who say, I want to get into the entertainment industry now, instead of that's what I'm saying. When they ask me, instead of saying go to school, I'm gonna say, and also make sure you go see
go to Nozuko.
Yes.
Find a coach.
Yeah. So sorry. It is 24 minutes past 11 Central African time, and I want us to round it up quickly. I am speaking to Coach Khanyi, and I'm also speaking to Nozuko Nchingase, and this is African Diaries. My name is Nolo Matlaila. If you've just joined us, we're rounding up our conversation. I then want to find out then, how did you guys meet? How did the collaboration come about? You guys are doing a lot of work together.
We've been busy.
Yeah, very busy.
We were sitting outside waiting for it. It was like, oh my God, we've known each other for 7 months.
What?
And it's been such a busy 7 months that it feels like we've known each other for so
7
long.
years.
Yeah.
You guys have only known each other for 7 months.
Yeah.
But the work you guys do, so it means you guys were aligned from the onset.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's telling me the story on how you guys met, and
Do you
who's
wanna
telling
go?
me the story on how
You tell the story of how we met. I'll do
so-
the collaboration.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
So basically, like you said, Uguti, I did disappear from screen for some time because it was so important for me to open a coaching business, because I was starting out. I knew that I wanted to coach, but when you enter the market, you as a new entrepreneur, it's not very easy.
Of course.
Because as a creative, you're used to dealing with story, with dealing with the creative parts. When you now have to deal with the books and how to build structure in your business, it was very foreign in my system, I won't lie, and it took me time to understand. And I knew that I was on the right path. I just needed someone to support me. So then I started praying and during those times when I was asking for someone, I think my instinct led me to Coach Khanyi. And
did you know her prior?
I knew her from social media.
Yes,
I knew her from social media. Then my instinct led me to her. I just started sharing her work, and just I emailed her. I asked her for a mentorship program, but then then I didn't know what to do. I continued praying, and I was like, I'm gonna save up for it. That's what I said. I was like, I'm gonna save up for it. But luckily, I shared one of her videos, and a friend of mine who is in America said, "That's my friend." And I said, "I've been trying to get him to mentor me. What do I need to do?" They were like, "Don't worry, I'll talk to them for you."
Yeah.
And
having friends who know friends, who
Listen,
know the right
what
people.
And she did. She's like, Nozuko is my friend. You will talk to her. And you will help her. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And luckily, Khanyi was looking into working with someone all in South Africa.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. And okay, so when you guys met now, you're putting your brains together, your skills together. Okay, so how are we going to use our skills, you know, our certifications, if I may put it that way, on how to push and help people? Because I believe the mandate is to help people find the best version of themselves. Okay, so where did we start now, Kanye?
So I came home. Before coming home, I was like, when I moved back to South Africa, I want to create healing spaces, and I was going to call it Own Your Life. And when we met, I think we met the third day I came back. And we just talked, you know, when you just click to someone and we're talking for hours, and we're talking coaches and coaching, and we're talking about work. And she told me the NLP certification. I was like, oh, that would work so well together. And then so when I was thinking about creating the spaces, I was like, do you want to do this? We should do this together. And that's how it started. And it's been beautiful. And I watched her work the first time at an event. And I was like, yeah, we definitely have to do these seminars together. So that's how we started the collaboration. And it's been going good, right?
It's been amazing.
Yeah, I see the work you guys do on social media spaces, and the attendance is great as well. That's why I think that's what intrigued me, because like I said, to the African person, going to a life coaching seminar is like, okay, why must I go? What's important? What am I going to learn? But then not everybody has a need for personal development. They think it will automatically happen. They don't know that you need to make an effort to do so. So now you guys are hosting seminars. So where do we get you? Because I know you're not just in Joburg, you're all over. Where do we now attend these seminars?
We have exciting news.
Drum roll.
Please stay tuned on our social media, because soon we will be releasing amatikiti and a new poster, because we have our last Own Your Life for 2025 here in Johannesburg.
Right here.
November 15th.
November
15th, it's going down. So please stay tuned.
Also, I did love you being like there in South Africa for now, because we are talking about doing other countries.
I mean, that's an obvious, wasn't that the plan?
Definitely.
Must have been the plan.
It was the plan.
At this point, we have to think continentally. You know, we can't just keep it here. But are there any success stories you'd like to share with me? Just to encourage.
Oh my God, we were just talking about those. Yeah, I mean the one that I'll share, that I was telling you about. I have a newsletter that I reach out and I tell people some really personal stuff.
Where do we sign up for this newsletter?
On my website, lifecoachkanye.com.
Okay, lifecoachkanye.com. I'm asking for a friend. Okay.
And so I had sent out one of these, and she writes back and she's like, hey, I know that these are for everyone, but they feel so personal to me. By the way, I attended Own Your Life in Joburg, and to this, she was like, the transformation is not tangible, because self-development is not like weight loss. It's not like there's a number on the scale where you go, oh, I was this amount of kilos and now I'm this amount of kilos. But it is recognizing how you respond to life now after you've gone and done this thing. And she was like, but I can see that I'm different from the person that walked into that room, to a point where she's like, you and Nozuko are still in my head. You know, when I'm going through things, I'm like, that Kanye said this about this, or Nozuko said this about this. So that for me is the gist of the work. Yeah.
You know, actually, I wanted to talk about what I was telling you, which is there's also a lady that texted me who attended one of our workshops in Durban, and she had beautiful things to say. But as I'm thinking about it, as you're talking, that, hey, you know, the success story that I want to tell.
Please do.
It is when we are in that room and you can see that people are getting, like, it feels like it's a first time chance to release.
Yeah.
I won't lie. If there's anything that Own Your Life does, is give people a chance to be themselves in that room. able to deal with things that they don't deal with on the daily, because we are surviving as we are moving. We keep moving and we forget about ourselves. So I'm just really thinking about that lady who was wearing a pink dress, who was just letting it all out, and you can see which is just like she's crying for all those years.
For all the other
she
years.
never got a chance to
Yeah.
cry.
Oh my.
Her dress was just like full of tears.
And
So
the hugging.
she's such a success story, and and I don't know how. Obviously, I haven't received feedback from her, but I was happy for her to release like that on
To
that
let
day.
go.
To let go.
We get a lot of those too. I mean,
we do.
I'm thinking about the man in Cape Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
A man?
We get excited when we get
mad.
mad.
Get so excited when we
Tell
get
me
men.
that.
Yeah, he came with his wife which I thought was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm not gonna cry. I was like, I'm gonna make you cry. And we ended up joking because Nozuko made him cry. I was like, man, I wanted to make you cry, but he got a moment to connect with his softness. And I think that society doesn't allow men to connect with their softness, to connect with their emotions. We only want to see them angry for us to realize that they're going through something. But when they approach their emotions with softness and tenderness, it's kind of like, oh, don't do that, because we've labeled that as a thing. Right?
Sign of weakness.
A sign of weakness, or you're sissy, or you're gay, or but to have him be in a space where he can just be the person that he is and just release the perfectionism that he was carrying
with his wife
with
by
his
his
wife
side,
by his
imagine.
side. And she was doing her own releasing work because she works as a therapist, and she's like, as a therapist, I never get to be on this other side of the work. So we get a lot of like doctors and therapists and people who are in our space but are like, I'm going to go to this seminar so I can be on this other side of the aisle, and I can be on receiving mode of this work that I do as well. And because we're all going through something, therapists or not.
You know what?
Yeah.
I want to continue this conversation because there's so many things that I'm so intrigued right now, right?
Yeah.
Especially after the story you just told me there. But in my language, Kasipedi, they say that ngakaike kalafi, meaning that a doctor does not diagnose themselves and heal themselves. They're also human, so they need to be on the other side and receive that kind of help. So now, just to close off the conversation, I do have so many questions. Now I have to pick which one I want to ask. But I still have some comments to read, but I'll read that after we release you guys. Okay. So you know how it is important for one to continue seeing a therapist even after dealing with maybe their mental illness. It's not a one-time thing, right? They need to continue going maybe on a monthly or quarterly just to check up on their progress. Is that the same case then with a life coach? Would one have to continue seeing one?
Well, on my side, I do check up on my clients, but it just depends on what was the need. Some people do really want a once-off thank you, bye.
Okay.
But for some people, you do need to, even if they had signed up maybe, let's say, for 3 months, and then after some time, you do want to check up, how's the progress? How have you been? Can I get a bit of feedback? And then would you like to come back, or things like that? On your side.
No, it's similar. My programs are 3 months for one-on-one individual work, and either I'll have people asking for 3 more months, or they then sign up to come in once a month, or people are just like, that was the best 3 months and I had a great time, and now I'm either gonna go to therapy or I'm just gonna run with the tools that I got from coaching and I'm good. So it's person to person.
I love that.
Yeah.
So a few months back I did a show where I sort of visited individuals that needed help with their lives because after experiencing a psychosocial event in their lives, they felt stuck. You know, their lives was not going anywhere and they did not have any movement, whether it's school, career, relationship. Life was just stagnant, right? And I'm realizing now that there were so many moments I felt like as much as we gave them tools, like, okay, asking the individuals, what do you want to do with your life? What career do you want to follow? And then we link them up with an individual who's already in that industry, and then they shadow them. And we left them there, but I'm still curious to this day, how are they doing?
How are they
You
doing?
know, so I feel like maybe, actually, I believe now, after speaking to you guys today, that it is important to also include the help of a life coach.
Yeah.
Because like you mentioned at the beginning of the interview, Coach Kani, that life coach helps you to move from where you are to where you want to be.
Mhm.
And therapy just takes you back to find out where were you broken and helps you fix. Right? So thank you so much, ladies,
Thank
for
you.
the education, and thank you for keeping it simple. Because the jargon can be confusing.
But,
like
and that's the thing. Why are we making it so complicated?
Right?
Like, break it down.
Thank you,
Like,
because
make
now
it
the layman, the
digestible.
average man, and I can
Yeah.
see my technical producer is also intrigued. He is also like, oh, okay, now I understand. So thank you so much for coming in and explaining this to us. Yes, we will be looking out for that seminar
Please.
on the 15th of November. It's a few days after my birthday. I've got my eye on you guys.
Yes.
Okay,
Come
Even
through.
Nolo will be there.
of course. What? I'm definitely coming
Yes.
through. Maybe I need some releasing as well. But I think most importantly, it would be great if you guys could pop in closer to the date, just to
Would love
remind us
to.
again about it,
Would
right?
love to.
And then on in closing, social media spaces that we're supposed to follow you guys on and keep our eyes on to find out about the next upcoming seminar. Let's start with you, Nozuko.
Okay, I am Nozuga on Instagram, and I am _Nozuga on TikTok. Yes, I think that's it.
I am at Life Coach Kanye on everything, and then we do have an Instagram page, Own Your Life.
On your life.
Yeah.
Please
Okay.
check it out.
Please
Well,
check
if
it
you
out.
have an Instagram page, it means this is something that we can expect to happen next year as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah.
As you
Definitely.
continue to change people's lives one seminar at a time.
Yeah.
We love that. Well, it is 22 minutes to top of the hour Central African time. We have that much time left. I will be getting into your commentary. Your questions will be answered by them on their social media spaces. I'm going to make sure that I give them out to you as well. Again, that WhatsApp number is +27634069126. I just spoke to Coach Kanye and Nozuko Jengase, and you know what? There's a whole lot of accolades and titles that they have, hey? So if I start mentioning all of them, we're going to be here past 12. I suggest you visit their social media platforms just to also check out a few. But they came to talk to us today about the work they do in life coaching, and also just making us understand the impact they have on society. But most importantly, this is what I want you to take home from this conversation I had with them. If you are looking to be a better version of yourself and you feel like you're just not killing it in life yet, but you know you've got what it takes, but you need help to identify what you need to get to where you need to be and be the best version of yourself. These ladies just gave us a few nuggets of wisdom, and obviously if we follow them on their social media platforms, we will learn even more. Let's get into some African melodies as we say goodbye to our guests.
Get the news, music, and lifestyle of Africa on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
From Bamandait, Libyanka. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face, a facade you can never face. And if you don't know me well, oh, you won't see how buried I am inside my grave. Inside my grave. Cause you see people don't really know you. They don't really know you. Cause you see people, they don't really know you. They don't really know. you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red and I don't smoke banda.
When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio. Turn the page. It's African Diaries on Channel Africa.
Sugar
Here's another individual who knows how to continue reinventing herself. In case you did not know, that was Berita with a song called Jigizindo. Did you know that she's also a qualified medical doctor? Yes, she is. She recently just got divorced, but girl is on to bigger things. And that's how you know when you fall flat on your face, just get up, dust yourself up, and keep moving. Just keep it moving. Before that, we played you our Cameroonian songstress Libianca with her breakout song People. Listen, we had a great conversation with Nozuko Njengaze, thespian turned NLP life coach, neuro-linguistic programming life coach, and hosting seminars across South Africa and in the near future Africa, alongside Coach Kanye, who is a psychology graduate and author and also a life coach herself. And they came to educate us about the importance of life coaching. But most importantly, I also learned the difference between life coaching and therapy, because they're definitely two different entities. Although they do similar work, they help you in fixing a problem and assisting you with personal development. Remember, if you are one that is keen on developing yourself, the various people that you can look out to, not just mentors, but, therapists, life coaches. You do not have to stay where you are and be stagnant in your situation and become a victim of your situation. You can actually make the necessary effort to change, and change definitely must come one way or another. My name is Nolo Matlaila. I have been holding the fort down for Sheila Ndugumana. I believe she'll be back with us tomorrow. On the other side of this, though, we're going to be touching base with Morris Touch to let us know what's happening on Afro Republic.
Zilipendwa na Abedi Jean de la Croix.
Wewe ni mjasiriamali unajihusisha na biashara ya kuuza dawa. Jaribu kutuambia kwanza, kwa nini ulianzisha biashara hiyo?
Tutasema kwamba maisha ya kila siku ni kwamba mtu anapaswa kuwa na maisha ya kuweza kujitegemea. Usitegemee kuajiriwa, lakini utegemee kujiajiri, na baadaye utaweza ukaajiri wengine. Na hiyo ilinipa msukumo mkubwa kwa kuweza kujiajiri na kampuni hii kwa ajili ya kuweza kuwasaidia wale ambao wanahangaika zaidi.
Unauza aina gani ya dawa?
Unasema ni dawa, lakini kwetu sisi tunaita kama vile ni pipi, ambayo ni virutubisho ambavyo vinakwenda kusaidia kwa wale ambao wanatatizwa na aina tofauti ya magonjwa.
Virutubisho hivyo sasa vinatibu magonjwa gani?
Virutubisho hivi vinatunza magonjwa kama vile ya kisukari, shinikizo la damu.
Zilipendwa kila Jumamosi kuanzia saa 12 kamili majira ya Afrika ya Kati hadi saa 1 kamili majira ya Afrika ya Kati.
Gender-based violence is destroying lives and tearing communities apart. It happens in homes, in schools, at workplaces, and too often in silence. But it doesn't have to continue. If you see it, speak out. If you are hurting, reach out. Because doing nothing is not an option. Listen to all 19 SABC radio stations from Wednesday 23rd of July for hard talk, discussions, advice, dramas, educational shows, and interviews around GBV with experts, survivors, lawmakers, and the whole country affected by gender-based violence. For all your favorite SABC radio stations, call 0800 428 428 to report abuse or get help. GBV, it ends with you. This message is brought to you by the SABC. Nighttime radio, just the way you like it, on Channel Africa, where the night comes alive. Africa, meet Abedi.
Yeah, that's me.
Abedi is a music lover through and through.
I really love African music.
He's got a taste for all kinds of tunes and spends his days listening to Channel Africa. Guess what? He didn't know.
Okay.
Channel Africa wants to help Abedi and all music lovers everywhere to discover even more incredible music. That is why Channel Africa is calling on all African musicians to submit their music. Musicians, remember to give us all your relevant information. Make your submissions at music@channelafrica.co.za. Submissions are your chance to be heard on radio. But sadly, they do not guarantee that you'll be playlisted. All submissions will be carefully reviewed to see if they meet our station's requirement. Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Kwa Mama Zala, and that's the last African melody you're hearing right here on African Diaries as we sign out and getting in touch with Morris Touch. I just quickly wanted to remind you through a sound clip here, but I'm struggling to find it. But I just quickly wanted to remind you of what I took home with me from the conversation we had today, which is what is the difference between life coaching and therapy. And did we not learn that therapy is where they take you back in your history to learn where were you broken and help you fix it, and life coaching helps you to move from where you are to where you need to be and be the best version of yourself. So depending on what kind of help you need, you know exactly where to go. Without wasting any more time, let's find Morris Touch. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. We are coming to the end of the week, so yeah, I'm a little excited for that.
I think I like what you're wearing. I'm loving that black and white hat.
I should just give it to you. It's not the first time you tell me about it. You know that?
No, I just appreciate anything that is good. Beautiful.
I'll hold it for you. Let me know when you're next in South Africa. I'll keep it safe for you.
Please. All right. Fantastic show you had, and at least I learned something. The difference between therapy and life coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Up something as well. All right. Today being a Friday, we are already into the weekend. We are prepping ourselves for a fantastic weekend ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a fantastic playlist, a playlist that does talk to the weekend, a type of playlist that tells you that the weekend is now here. So you will find that the music we are playing today is the music that you experience on a weekend basis. Mm-hmm. You know, the music that you do the chart toppers type of show.
Yes.
So you would understand that the type of music that is trending is the very same music that you probably experience when Nolo is on air as well. So that's the type of show that we have for you today. Being a Friday, it's actually leading us to tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got a DJ mix coming through between 1:30, and another one will drop at 2:30. So it's a build up. So the last 2 days of the week are something to look forward to. Fantastic type of music, fantastic type of sound. The weekend is upon us, and it's all about the weekend. You get to hear trending stories as well from across the continent of Africa. What are musicians doing? What are producers doing? Who's doing what? Yeah, so there's so much to look for.
Did you just say who's doing who? As long as you've got the juice, we will stick around for it to listen to it, okay? And I'll make sure that I let my Africa Chat Topper listeners know about it as well.
Thank you very much, Nolo. Have a lovely one. Eh?
All right, you too. Looking forward to the show.
All right, thank you.
And just like that, my name is Nolo Matlaila. I'm signing out with Shalom, Shalom.
Africa's voices, Africa's journeys, they're all on African Diaries.